Kristen, man, you are quick. Wow. No sooner than I hit the button and you're there. Thank you so much. Turn on some light here. I need to buy some actually studio lighting. Pre-game H in the house, pristine green again in the house. Thank you so much, folks, for being here. I guess I'll start off by saying good morning and taking a sip of my coffee. Don't worry, this is not Starbucks coffee, although I have a Starbucks mug. A lot of people get angry thinking I'm drinking Starbucks coffee. I have my own espresso machine, and it's a cheap one. I've had it for about 3 years. I'd say I bought it actually from Starbucks. So what it was is I used to go every morning and I would buy a large latte with an extra shot. They were running me $6, $7 every freaking day. I mean, it was going on for like a year. And sometimes I would buy 2 cups. That's $14 a day. So one day I went into Starbucks and they had an espresso machine. It was about $200. I bought it. I've had it now since 2001. My coffee tastes, my lattes and whatnot come out just as good as Starbucks. And I'm saving a hell of a lot of money. One day, though, I really want to invest in one of those Italian espresso machines, like a Rocket. Actually, there's a brand called Rocket espresso machines. If you guys want to get something really pretty for your wives, look into a Rocket espresso machine, the brand. Silver Limey in the house. Relica Aficionado. Cruz Pico. Good morning, folks. Happy Friday. Robert Beaver in the house. My chat window just disappeared. It does that in Google Chrome for some reason. Yet when I switch over to Internet Explorer, it will not allow me to go live. Isn't that kind of weird? Alan Miller in the house. Point A to point Z. Thank you again. You were with us last night. A few of you were, actually. D's Nuts, I know was. It's Friday. I don't go, no job. I ain't got no shit to do. So, yeah. Friday and Saturdays are my days off. Actually, every other week I get Saturday and Sunday off. And then every other week I get a Friday, Saturday off. So it's kind of weird. Today, I'm just going to head to the gym because the entire gym is going to be empty. I'm getting back into working out, and I just don't want to be there with a freaking crowd. I hate people sometimes. But, yeah, so anybody buy any silver lately? Silver is at an all-time low. And if you guys are waiting for it to get lower to make that purchase, I don't think it's going to get that much lower, folks. It might get a few cents lower, but I don't think it's worth the risk of saving a couple of pennies on an ounce of silver. Because you might be waiting for it to go down and then it jumps up. And I really suspect it's going to start moving up very soon here. I really do suspect that. I think we're seeing close to the very bottom. And why quibble? Why quibble over a few cents? So get it now. Get some of these Queen Beasts are nice also. I'm going to try to get the thing to focus. It's not easy to get this darn camera to focus. One of these days, I get a nicer camera. That is a unicorn, by the way. It's a Queen's Beast unicorn. Gotta go. Unfortunately, chat soon. Cheers. All right. Yes, 20 Queen's Beast and 1/2 ounce. Yeah. Those Queen's Beasts are freaking just gorgeous coins. 2 ounces a piece. And the price cannot be beat on the cheaper Queen's Beast. I don't pay the money for the $80 Queen's Beast. No, I'm not paying no $40 an ounce for silver. Absolutely not. Bitcoin Bo, I thought you were I was gonna say, I thought, never mind. Bitcoin and I, we have a today we have a joint venture going on, folks, and I wanted to get on here and let everybody know that later on, maybe in about 2 hours from now, 3 hours from now, actually, we're going to do a video together, a joint venture video. And I hope you all join in. We'll be talking about silver, cryptocurrencies, whatever Bitcoin Bo wants to talk about. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin Bo is going to get into some cryptocurrencies, some forecasting, maybe a little bit. What he thinks might be occurring. Might even talk about some processes to get into cryptocurrency if you're on the fence. Also, maybe some conspiracy theories. Did I ever tell you guys the time I saw a UFO? No shit, I did. And I wasn't on drugs and I wasn't drinking. In fact, I had somebody with me, an ex-girlfriend, who also saw it. It was in Florida and was about 1986. I actually made a video about it, explaining it. It might be about 150 videos back. I did it, I would say, about maybe a year and a half ago. So you might want to look that up. No shit. I mean, you guys know me now. You guys know me for quite a while now. I think you know me as somebody who is level-headed, who has never really told a bunch of bull crap stories. You know, you hear somebody at work, you know what I'm talking about. They always got some tall story to tell you, some tall tale. And after a while, you kind of figured, you know, they're flipping loony. That ain't me. I actually saw a UFO, and it wasn't from afar. It basically was over our heads, and this thing, it was at nighttime, and but the sky was well lit from the moon. So although it was nighttime, the sky was a light blue. And this thing, although your perception of how big something is and how high something is at nighttime can be distorted, both myself and my ex-girlfriend believed it was about the size of a football stadium. The thing was flipping huge. We saw it. We can't deny it. I don't know where it came from. It could have been man-made. I don't know. It happened in 1986. It was 86. And it was near MacDill Air Force Base, Tampa Bay, Florida. We're actually coming from Daytona Beach back to the Clearwater Beach area. So it was basically between Daytona and Clearwater Beach is where we saw it. And I believe the highway was Highway 4. But honest to God, I saw it back in 1987. Never saw another one since, so it's not like I'm frequently seeing things. But I saw one, and I can't help it. Bugsy 2379 in the house. Thank you so much for your $20 super chat. Yo, what's up? over text. I think you're being shadow banned because I didn't get notification that you were live. Wow, I must be. In addition, I don't know if you just walked in the door here, Bugsy. I was telling people about the time I just saw something very odd in the skies. One time in my life back in 1987, 86. I don't know why I keep saying 87. So T-Dog, I have Northern Arizona on the list of relocation areas. I would think based on your videos and outlook of the direction of this country that you would want to stay in Arizona. Thoughts? I am 55 years old. 29 is what I tell people. I've lived because I was in the military and because I was born of a family that also moved around a lot as I was a kid. I've lived in a lot of places. I lived in California, Arizona, Colorado. I just visited lots of places. I've lived in New York, Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas. I can go on and on and on. I think Tucson is the armpit of America. Tucson. I think Phoenix is slightly nicer than Tucson. If you're thinking about relocating, come and visit Arizona. And the best place to actually see what you're getting into is go to a mall, because then you could see how the community really is. You can see how they dress. You can see a lot of things. You go to a Tucson mall, everybody has aspirations of being a gangster. Their pants are down to the freaking crack of their ass. Everybody, it's the thug lifestyle here. Phoenix is nicer. Personally, I'm a Northeast guy. I would love one day to be able to afford to move back to the Northeast. Some of the nicest people I know are in New York. Believe it or not, people always accuse them of being rude. No, they are not rude. The fact of the matter is they don't beat around the bush. They tell you exactly how they feel. And that's a beautiful thing to know right off the bat how somebody feels. They don't like you, you know. There's none of this guessing, you know, is he going to stab me in the back or anything? They're very personable. Colorado is nice. You know, Florida is nice, depending if you like to fish and whatnot. But Tucson, anyway, I've gone on long enough. You got my point. But Northern Arizona, I think you would like. Flagstaff, Phoenix, I really do think you'd like it. Don't come to Tucson. Bart, Emil, I'm glad you caught this live chat also. MO6, yes, man, made UFO, compare UFOs in the 60s, saucers, and now UFOs are looking updated. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you see 1 ounce gold maples as a good investment, like the 25th anniversary limited mint edition maples? So I think any precious metal, I don't want to use the word investment, although it has it has the ability to become an investment if it skyrockets, right? But we cannot buy into gold and silver with the intention of it being an investment. Buy into gold and silver in whichever form you like as a savings account. And perhaps one day that savings account will shoot up. Worst case scenario, it stays stagnant like it is now. And worst case scenario, you still have a savings account when it's time to use it. Unlike a savings account in the bank, those worthless flipping dollars that are becoming weaker and weaker regarding purchasing power every flipping year. I also believe, and I've been taking a real big beating about this, people should start to consider cryptocurrencies. I know what you folks think. I really believe you should at least get your feet wet in them. Just to say you have them, practice investing in them, hopefully make a couple of bucks, pull out, reinvest, reallocate those funds back into silver, whatever you feel. I just feel that cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, DIGIBYTE, I really think they are a way of the future. More and more companies are getting into it. Citibank, credit card. There's a lot of people walking back and forth are getting into it. Airliners are now getting into it. There's people on here that can contest to it. The Litecoin Summit starts in 1 hour. There's another cryptocurrency I recommend everybody get. DIGIBYTE. It's 2.5 cents. That's 2 pennies. All right, we'll round it up to 3 pennies because it's 2.5. A DIGIBYTE is 3 pennies, folks. If you invested in, let's say, $100 into DIGIBYTE, you get about, I think, 3,200 of them. But they say there's been people who are in the know that say that has the potential to get to $10 to $12 each. Can you imagine that? A measly $100 investment? And like I said, Bitcoin Bo and I are going to do a live chat in about 3 hours. And I think pretty much it's going to pertain to just cryptocurrencies, because that's how important I think this is. I am not somebody who works for a cryptocurrency company. Take a look behind me. Does it look like I'm in some luxurious office right now? I don't work for a cryptocurrency company. I do not make any money by talking about cryptocurrencies. I am not affiliated with it, folks. But I feel so strongly that at a very minimum, you should invest maybe $100 at a minimum, just $100. I think this is the way of the future. I think our government is looking for a way out of the failing dollar, a way out of the failing pension plans. And they are looking for something that can save their asses. I think it's coming regardless of what you think, regardless of your fears of it. And if you adopt it earlier than the sheeple, you have a chance of making some serious money. So Bitcoin Bo and I are going to do a live chat in about 3 hours. And 99% of it is going to be talking about cryptocurrencies. I hope that you all will join in. And even if you do not, hodl, even if you do not have any cryptocurrencies, and even if you don't trust cryptocurrencies, come and take a listen to us. It's funny that a lot of people say, I don't trust cryptocurrencies. It's the sign of the devil. What do you think the freaking fiat dollar bill is? People are always like, I don't trust cryptocurrencies, but they trust the dollar bill? you only trust the dollar bill is because you've been acclimated to it. If the dollar bill, it was new to you, let's just say silver and gold was our mechanism of trade, and all of a sudden the government said, well, we're moving slowly into away from silver and gold, and we're gonna just now use this paper stuff called dollar bills. Our forefathers were a little paranoid about it too, treating the dollar bill as it was a cryptocurrency. I'm having a hard time articulating my feelings about this, but I think everything new, people shy away from. So I definitely think everybody should take a listen, at least learn about it, because it is coming your way. You will be using it, regardless of whether you like it or not in the future. When you go to swipe a debit card, you might think you're swiping a debit card. You might think you're swiping a credit card, but behind the scenes, the companies who are exchanging monies, let's say Citibank and credit card, and let's say Chase Morgan, you might be swiping a credit card, but behind the scenes, they're exchanging cryptocurrencies to pay those monies. So it's coming, folks. I just got a message from Bugsy2379. First of all, thank you so much again for the super chat. November, New York Stock Exchange opens its cryptocurrency exchange. Folks, the New York Stock Exchange is getting into it every day. I'm not talking every month one person's getting into it. I'm talking every day, every other day, another company's getting into it. I also want to mention something. You ever notice the common person, when we make an investment or attempt to make an investment, most of the times we fail. We're just freaking failures. And that's, I mean, financially and investment wise, I would say 99% of the average family, when they make an investment, trying to do their family better, either they're getting into a stock too late because it was pumped, and by the time you hear about it, it's already too late. Whatever it is, but you ever notice, big corporations, they don't make those mistakes, folks. They do not make those mistakes. Bankers do not. I'm talking big bankers, the big boys, the corporates. JP Morgan, they don't make financial mistakes. They don't. They are getting into cryptos. They do not make mistakes, folks. In fact, they guide our financial future. They manipulate our financial future. And if they think it's worth getting into, if they think they're going to make some money, do what the big boys are doing. Don't do what Joe Schmo is doing. Think about it. They're getting into it. You might consider doing it. If they're stacking gold and silver, you should be buying gold and silver. If they're starting to get into cryptos, you need to start to learn about cryptos and maybe get your feet wet, just your toes. I'm not saying take everything you flip and own and be irresponsible. Act in a way that let's say you're going to Vegas and you talk to the honey, you talk to the spouse, you talk to your wife, your girlfriend. Hey, let's just bring $50. If we lose it, we lose it. Okay, honey, we're gonna sit at the freaking machines and we'll just gamble $50. Once we lose $50, we'll just go and see some shows. Boom. Treat it like Vegas. You're only going to go in with a little cup of change, is all I'm saying. Something you're comfortable with. I can tell you this, folks, and I'm going to end my crypto rant. As of this morning, my cryptos are up. What do I mean by that? I now have more money in cryptos than what I invested into it, is what I'm trying to say. So Jeff Lamb, they're keeping the price of silver down, not by trading physical silver. Okay. The volume that you see traded is not physical. What I'm trying to say is they are not selling this, and there is not a buyer of this. What they are selling is paper silver, promises, IOUs of silver. That is what is driving the price down. Trust me, that manipulation is going away soon. I really do believe it. And to support my thesis, to support my theory, Chase, JP Morgan are going long now. They were going short, meaning they were gambling. And remember, JP Morgan, the big boys, when they gamble, they don't make mistakes. When they say it's going short, or when they short oil or when they short silver, you can rest assured that price is going to fall. They switched over now. They're going long. So you can rest assured that the price of silver is about to turn around and it's about to creep up. And that's how they make their money. By the way, this is not Starbucks, although I like the mug. This is my own blend of coffee. The mug has been cracked for literally 5 years too. And for some reason it doesn't leak. But I have my own espresso machines, a cheap one. One day I'm going to get a Rocket R58 or one of those nice Italian. Well, the Rocket is an Italian espresso machine. You know, all that chrome and, man, one of these days. Right now it's a barista, Starbucks barista machine. And I get some beans from Sprouts. I grind them up to like a number 2 or a number 3. Bam, I got my own latte for a fraction of the price. Tony, I love the Queen's Beast you got. Nice 1-ounce bars. Also, yeah, these Queen's Beast, let's see if I can get this damn camera to focus, are just an amazing looking coin. Just an amazing looking coin. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who don't like silver also, just as though they don't like, just like they don't like cryptos. And they'll insult you. They look at you when you're stacking this as though you're just got a stupid hobby. Oh, you're wasting all your money on your hobby. You're wasting all that good cash that you could have in a savings account or the stock market on a hobby. This, folks, is no hobby. This is a savings account. This is real money. This is real money, not the dollar bill that you've been brainwashed to think. So I can brag about having $1 million in a bank account, which really is not no money. And I'll get a bunch of pats on the back. Man, you did good, man. You did good for your family. You did good, man. I'm proud of you, man. You got $1 million worth of fiat currency in the bank. I can tell them I got $1 million worth of silver, and they'll look at you like you're freaking retarded. Imagine the brainwashing that took place throughout the centuries to accomplish that. The manipulation of the mind to think it's okay to have $1 million in the bank, but not $1 million of silver. $1 million of silver, that's a childish hobby for an adult. So I don't play that. You got to get. Yeah, Bugsy, this is not Starbucks, just a mug. Don't shoot me. I go to Sprouts again, and they got a bunch of freaking organic coffee. And I pick a blend of espresso with a blend of Colombian. Mix it in the same bag, grind it to a 2 or a 3, right around a 2.5. And I'm happy, man. Good coffee. Good coffee, better than Starbucks. I just got paid today, only leaving money in checking for bills. You're wise, Tony. I only have enough money in the bank account to pay for bills. The rest is pulled out, and the wife and I, we have a strategic plan on what we do with the money we pull out. And you can rest assured a large portion of that is going to our savings. And I'm not talking a savings account. I'm talking a silver account, one that we hold, a gold account, one that we hold. Bread repeat question. Okay. Queen's Beast at Bold. To move money around is more MM. Hello, Silver Wolverine. Thank you so much for joining in. Red the Hedgehog. Yeah, I'm just been ranting about silver, gold, and cryptocurrencies again. I'm sticking to tea, not coffee. You know, I don't mind tea. I don't mind real Japanese tea. The loose leaf tea that you can get, some of the green teas and sencha teas and whatnot, pour teas. I don't mind those. Thank you, Tess. Love you too. Negotiator in the house. Floyd Palmer. Every time I hear that word, Floyd Palmer, it always reminds me of Pink Floyd. I don't know. Certain words just trigger freaking synapses in my brain, and I used to love freaking Pink Floyd as a kid. The British pound is the oldest fiat currency in existence at 317 years. The pound was originally defined as 12 ounces of silver. It is now worth less than 0.05 of its original value, meaning it's no longer, if I can interpret that, it's no longer backed by precious metals. Or can I interpret that as it is backed, but only half of the 12 ounces, 6 ounces? I don't know. I don't know. I urge everybody, and I think I've said it in the past, to watch, if you're going to watch any video in your life to learn how you're getting screwed, any video, it's The Secret of Oz, not The Wizard of Oz, on YouTube here. Watch The Secret of Oz, and you will know what a vampire system. What do I mean by vampire system? It sucks the money from society, and the bankers get it. The Secret of Oz, folks, here on YouTube. I'm going to warn you, folks. The first half, it's about an hour and 45-minute video. The first half is basically taking an economic course, 101, about what money was, how money became into place, what it was, and how it evolved. First half is a little bit boring, but it's so necessary to understand the second half, which is downright scary, how they fuck us. Excuse my language. The Secret of Oz. Y'all shouldn't be watching me. Go watch that video. It is scarier than what the Federal Reserve and how the Federal Reserve was set up. The Federal Reserve is just a tool to implement what you learn with what's going on in The Secret of Oz. By the way, the Federal Reserve, it ain't no federal government company or anything like that. What I said company, I didn't mean to say company. It is no federal, it's not part of the federal government. They use that to mislead the people, but the Federal Reserve is not part of the federal government. Ronbo Nick in the house. Ronbo, thank you so much. I really appreciate the book. Bugsy 2379 says The Secret of Oz makes him mad. and it will make you mad too. But you just have to have the strength to watch the first half. I'm not saying the first half is bad, but it is like being in a college course. They tell you what money is. They tell you what it was and how it evolved. But you got to watch that to really comprehend the scary and exciting part, and that's the second half. I plan on reading this. Thank you so much. So, did you know there's a lot of speculation? The Federal Reserve, the world bankers had Abraham Lincoln killed. See, Abraham Lincoln, the story goes, wanted to end slavery, but he didn't have the funds. He couldn't get a loan from our existing government. So what he did is create his own money called the greenbacks. Well, that went against the World Banking Organizations and their scheme to take over the world. See, the government at the time printed the greenbacks. That's their own money. That wasn't allowed for a government to print their own money as it is today. That is more than likely why he was shot, because he went out of the elite's monetary system, because he printed his own money called the greenbacks. And shortly after that, to fund the war, he printed that money, printed his own money, had our government print the greenbacks, is what I'm trying to say. Shortly after that, he was shot. Can you imagine that? Look it up, greenbacks. That's right. Greenback was a debt-free dollar. And what is the word debt-free? Free of slavery, basically what it is. Now, when you're a slave, who are you a slave to? It is those people that killed, in my opinion, Lincoln, the World Banking Organization. They are a system of slavery. When a government wants money, they don't print it themselves. They must go to the World Banking Organization. In our country, it's called the Federal Reserve. Our government borrows money from those organizations, distributes it into the banks. We get it, and we spend it also. That money needs to be paid back to those organizations with interest. It's an impossibility to pay it back, by the way. That's why it's called a vampire system, designed to leech your wealth from you. Thank you, Bugsy. You have a great day. And again, thank you so much for your ongoing support. And thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. I'm going to take a ride maybe later to Costco and see if they have that Blanton's bourbon. You have a great day, sir. Take care. Michael S. in the house. Does anybody else think AppMex is overpriced? I've been saying it for years now. AppMex is overpriced. Not only is their metals overpriced, but so is their shipping. However, they are a reputable company, and when you want a coin that everybody else is out of, chances are AppMex will have it. They are a little bit more expensive, but I wouldn't say they are so over the top that I would never shop from them. They're just my last resort. I've never had a problem with any of their shipping. I pretty much just go to AppMex when the other companies are out of what I want. Driving through Northern California right now, and there is miles of burnt forest and smoke. Fires are right on the side, yeah. You know what's sad is I kind of like California when going to it. It's pretty and whatnot, but it really is sad that the politics have turned that place just into a place I'll only go for tourist reasons. I'll never move there. Imagine that, having to sell all your guns because some politicians, a few ruling over the masses. Don't you just love that? Yeah, Amex has a crap load, Caldron, of variety. I agree with you. Grim Fernando, good morning. How you doing? Michael S. in the house. West Coast Silver Stack. I love ordering from Provident when I buy online. Never had a bad experience. I need to check out Provident one of these days. Everybody has good words to say about Provident, SD, JM, but I've never purchased from Provident. I mean, one of these days I will. Let me take a look, take another sip of my coffee. Little silver porn, kabam. See, I bought these from Atmex. Like I said, I'm not against buying from Atmex. Oh, it was. I thought it was upside down for a second. I have no problem buying from Atmex, but I'll only buy from them when I'm having a difficult time finding something I like. These are 1 ounce silver bars. For the new stackers out there, these are not a bad thing to have. If you're up in the air about what to purchase for your first purchase, recognizable bars. And what I mean recognizable bars is something with a company's name on it. Everybody knows what Atmex is. Everybody knows what JM Bullion is. But if you get a bunch of bars that are poured from an independent artist, you might have a problem down the road with selling them because that person who's buying them might not recognize them. So I always sway people to buy things that are recognizable to others. Yes, it's okay to occasionally buy from an independent artist because you like the art, but I would not base your stack on something that's unrecognizable. The bulk of my stack, 90% is Silver Eagles. About 7-8% is Maple Leafs. And the remaining 1 or 2% are generic rounds. They are various, the pirate, the coins. They are Queen's Beast and whatnot. That makes up that remaining 2%. And by the way, the Queen's Beast is not a generic round. I'm not trying to say that. In fact, I'm planning on getting more of these. But I just want to let you know what my percentages are. I love the feeling of silver in the hands. I love the sound of when a silver coin drops. That metal vibration, that's real money that you're hearing. I urge you all to take one coin, one of your coins, and just that's the coin that you touch all the time. Let it get tarnished. Throw it around. Put it in your pocket. But enjoy holding it. Keep it in your pocket. And every now and then throw it up in the air and let it hit a table or something. You're not going to damage it. You might discolor it. You might scratch it. Who cares? Enjoy at least one. Put 2 together and rattle them together. It's just a beautiful sound. Put 3 of them together. Rattle them together. Awesome. Throw them, on the counter. I love the sound of silver. I am addicted, Eddie. I love silver. I love gold. That ought to prove to you that I am not abandoning silver or gold just because I talk about cryptos. The Terminator is in the house. I love the smell of silver in the morning. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. I love how you talk about silver. I do. I mean, I love silver. You know, it's not, you get a dollar bill from the bank. Millions of people have held it. They're sweaty freaking hands. Some of them have cancer. Some of them have AIDS. Some of them got VD. Some of them are meth addicts. God knows what. And it's all in this nasty dollar bill that has virtually no wealth to it. Think of all the scumbags who've touched that dollar bill, and it has no wealth to it. Nobody's touched this, and this is beautiful. Look at that, people. Look at that. Look at that freaking coin. Look at your silver eagles. Look at your maple leaves. Look at this. Silver Dragon Australian bar. I need to see one of those. I don't own any Australian stuff, but from my experience, Australia makes some beautiful, nice coins. I think silver from around the world in general is really nice. There's pretty much no silver design that I dislike. Ronbo Nick, if you're still in the house, you have a good day. Pull that radiator out of that diesel. If y'all need a cabin built in the hills, oh, that disappeared. But anyway, Ronbo Nick, you have a great day. Negotiator, the boat fund. Negotiator, you are awesome. Thank you so much. And if people don't understand that inside joke, it's no joke. Me, one day, have a dream. I sound like a freaking idiot. I have a dream to one day do these videos to talk about silver and gold from a fishing boat. Yes, I would love to one day own a fishing boat like in the Tampa Bay area, like a 40-foot center console. Just type in 40-foot center console fishing boat. You'll know what I'm talking about. 35, 40 foot. To one day do these videos while reeling up fish. Just reeling up fish, maybe talking to my brother about politics while we're being recorded. That is my dream. And I'm always talking about that dream, and the negotiator is a big supporter of that dream. How much does it cost? Well, they start at about 80 grand. Yeah. So that's my dream, is to one day own a boat. Who knows? Who knows? But thank you again, negotiator, for the super chat, the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Everybody, man, I'm getting bruised. So a lot of you folks know I had a heart attack kind of thing, minor heart attack, and the meds they got me on freaking making me bruise all over the place. I so much as picked up a bed and moved a bed. Nothing too difficult. And just the pressure, carrying it, it just bruised the crap out of me. I can't wait one day to get off these pills, man. Perth mints are raw looking. Yeah, Perth mints are nice. What about the 10-ounce Britannia? Like I said, Britannia's silver from around the world, just beautiful. Negotiate 1-ounce silver buffalo round, Silvertown, made in the USA. Delta Rosca, again, thank you. It's nice to see you here. And Charlotte, Elfstrom, hello. Brian Jones, purchasing Litecoin and Ethereum Classic as we speak. You demand. It's down too. It right now is the time. If you're on the fence about Litecoin, it is down. I love it when the price of silver falls. I love it when the price of gold falls. And the same mentality rolls over into cryptos. I get sick when I see the price of silver and gold go up right now. I get sick when I see the price of cryptos go up, because I don't care about them going high. If they went to the moon, if silver went to the moon right now, how am I going to buy more? We're buyers, folks. Don't worry about the price going up. I promise you the price of silver and gold are going to go up. I promise you the price of cryptos are going to go up. But right now, let's just rejoice and enjoy the fact that they're down right now. Let's just say silver jumped to, let's say, $60 an ounce tomorrow. That'd be pretty different. I'm not saying we couldn't do it. We would get less silver for our money, and we'd be less motivated to buy silver. It's 14, 15 bucks an ounce. Don't stress it. Enjoy it. I get a lot of negative comments. A lot of negative comments about silver dropping. Pumping your rusty septic tank. I manage my dad's cryptos. That's awesome. North Country off grid. Good question. What is the boat's name? I don't know. It might be 0.999 squad. But I don't know. It might be something silver, something. I really don't know. It's a dream that I perceive as far in the future. But I don't know. I've always loved two things in life. I always loved snow skiing. I freaking loved it with a passion. And fishing, saltwater fishing. Now, I've been freshwater fishing. As a matter of fact, a very good friend of mine is a semi-pro bass fisherman. I've been on many trips with him bass fishing. Caught many bass, but it still is not in my heart. I love saltwater fishing. I love pulling up fish I can eat and whatnot. I just love grouper fishing and red fishing. I love tarpon fishing. I just love being on the ocean. Two things in life I just want to do is just fish and ski. If I won the lottery, you know what I would do? Fish and ski. Ski and fish. And stack silver and gold. Tony, Mr. Overtax, blamed for silver going down. Mr. Trump blamed for the hurricane. I know. Mr. Trump should have taken his death ray and shot that hurricane cloud and vaporized it. It's all his fault that all this flooding is going on. But anyway, folks, may I ask you all a favor real quick? Would you all, 86 of you, hit the thumbs up button? And for those who do not like me, would you please just hit the thumbs down button? Either way, hit one of the buttons, please. I really would appreciate it. There's 86 people in this room and only 39 likes. That's not too much to ask for you. It's not like I'm asking you to buy my boat or anything. 10-ounce sunshine bars, the Negotiator. So if anybody wants to know my favorite bar, and I should have pulled one out before the video. I'm going to do a silver video in the next couple of days. The Sunshine Bar is by far my favorite bar so far. It is just so gorgeous, folks. Take a look at the Sunshine Bar. My favorite increment is a 10-ounce bar. Just a gorgeous bar. Electro Pig Von Funkin' Groovin'. Negotiator Gold, $11.93. Wow, I wish I had the money to buy a freaking ounce of gold. But I'm sticking with silver because gold is out of my financial freeway, my financial lane. But one day, I am going to own a 1-ounce gold Buffalo Indian. One day. It's just an amazing looking coin. If anybody has not seen what a gold Indian buffalo looks like, it's got an Indian on one side and a buffalo on the other. Go take a look at it. Just at least drool over the pictures. Dawa Dean, do you think gold will hit $1,000? Dawa, I don't know, but I pray it goes down to $900. I really do. I pray the prices of precious metals just freaking implode, because I have every ounce of faith they will rebound. And if the prices of precious metals falls, that will not make my faith go away in them. It'll make me invest in more. If the price of gold falls to $900, I will max out every credit card I can. I will load the boat. I will do everything I can. I will take out a 401k loan. I will do anything I can to get gold. That didn't come out right, but you get the point what I'm saying. If the prices of precious metals, whether it's gold or silver, fell significantly, gold fell to $900, I would get a credit card. I would max it out. And the second best coin, gold coin, is the St. Gaudens. That is the second best looking gold coin, folks. I couldn't remember that name until Jay Farabee mentioned it. Gaudens, Saint, S-T, Gaudens, Gaudens. Take a look at it. For you folks who can afford gold, take a look at that coin. Delta Rosca, Mike S. But I need to sell for fiat. But you don't need to sell for fiat right now. Okay, I get where you're coming at. Fiat dollars crashing. Why would I want to trade in my silver for fiat? I understand that. But not today. You will be trading for fiat way in the future when you're ready to retire. By then, silver will be up here and you will get more of your fiat. All you got to do is think of fiat as the mechanism for trade. You'll get more fiat. You'll get more bang for your buck in the future when you retire. If you were to save $1 million worth of silver or $1 million worth of paper currency, save it for 50 years. What do you think you're going to be better off with after the 50 years? The $50 worth of, the $1 million worth of fiat currency, or the $1 million worth of silver? I think the silver. I'm just looking at some of the chat window right now. And I like both bars and coins. A lot of people always asking me, should I get coins or bars? Bars or coins? And I don't know why there's so much confusion between that. You got to decide whether you're just a silver stacker or you're collecting it as a numismatic investment. I think most of us are just silver stackers. Therefore, just get what is most recognizable and get some bars. I have a little bit of everything, folks. I do. I'm not, I have a little bit of everything. Make yourself happy too. There is no rules to stacking silver. Make yourself happy. Enjoy it. I don't tell people how many ounces I have. It's pretty much an OPSEC thing for me. I at times will do a silver video with a portion of my stack displayed. I'm going to do one very shortly here in the next day or two. But I don't tell people the full numbers. I don't think it's wise. And diversify your portfolio. I agree, Dan Willow. I agree. Just diversify. The more you diversify, the more you mitigate risk, right? So when I mean by diversify, because somebody just asked me that, I'll give you just an example of diversification. Silver or stack silver and gold. Now, I don't believe silver will crash to zero and become worthless. But let's say hypothetically, silver crashes and becomes worthless. Well, if you diversified, you still got your gold, right? What are the chances of both of them crashing and going to zero? That is why we diversify. For me, my diversification, I do have a little cash. I do have some silver. I do have some gold. And I now have some cryptos. That is my diversification. Oh, and I forgot a fifth one. I have a 401k plan. Now, I always put down paper. I don't believe in paper investments. Let me just turn the chair. However, when your employer is giving you a free match, meaning they're matching 100% of your contribution, you should take advantage of that. That's free money. So if you're investing 5% of your paycheck and they're matching the 5%, definitely do it, folks. To be two stacks, I'm not doing anything that's unwise. Yeah, you see my face. Who am I? You don't know who I am. You see the inside of my house. What you're saying makes no sense. You don't know where I live. You're saying that I am not secure. I am showing off where I live. I'm setting myself to be robbed and mugged here on YouTube. That's an untrue statement. Tell me what my address is. Tell me where I live. Tell me my full name. No, I'm being as safe as every other YouTuber out there. Brian Park, we are all another overtaxed taxpayer. We are all, it's kind of like from Negan, we are all Negan. We are all another overtaxed taxpayer. Isn't that a true statement? My address is 0.999 YouTube Lane. That's where I live. Okay, folks? Electro Pig, you live down that place, just around the street, on that big from that big white house, just before you get to the gas station, and next to a Chase Morgan Bank and a Walmart. Everybody has a Walmart and a Walgreens. .999 YouTube Lane. Tony, you're awesome, man. Government is the biggest criminal. Well, what is government? There used to be a time when government would govern for us, and there was a necessity. I think they sold themselves to our forefathers. You need a government to protect you. Let me shut that down. You need a government to protect you. And everything is sold to us in fear. Over time, they no longer rule for us. They rule over us. I don't think any person in their right mind would like to pay taxes and have it allocated to lazy people who are capable of working. And that's just one of many examples. But that is forced upon us. It's forced upon us by a threat of jail time, prison time, and fines. They are ruling over us. They are perpetuating their political careers through pandering to certain corporations, certain demographics of people who can't afford maybe to do the things we can. Now, I'm not saying that some people don't need help, but more and more, the government's making it easier to get help. And the lazy are seeing how easy it is to get help. they are quitting the workforce and just sitting around receiving help. Therefore, they're receiving it, but not paying into our system, the system that fixes roads, the system why we really need government, and that's to fix roads. That is to protect our country. That is to, do a lot of things, education-wise. But more and more people are getting out of paying taxes and receiving financial aid. They're ruling over us, not for us. They're using the tactics of drug dealers. They get us addicted, and therefore we keep going back to them. Who in their right mind would want to pay 10 grand a year for medical insurance through the force of a gun, through the force of jail time? That is why they take it from our paychecks. They don't ask us for a check to be mailed to them once a month. No, it comes directly out of our paychecks. So we, half the time, don't even know what our deductions are. Many people, if they actually sat and looked at their deductions and did the math, would be appalled. How Canada brags about their healthcare system. And Canada might very well have a good healthcare system, but it ain't free like they lead you to believe. See, Canadians always bragging about their system being free. But do you really think the doctors in Canada work for free? Somebody has to pay them. Somebody has to pay for every aspect of running a medical facility. The staff don't work for free. The building that they reside in for business does not exist for free. Somebody wants to get paid for building that building. Somebody wants to get paid for the rent of that building. Somebody wants to get paid for the electricity for that building, the oxygen canisters, you name it, the cafeterias that are in those facilities. It is not free. So now you need to ask yourself, where does that money come from? It comes from the taxpayers who, from what I understand, are paying 40% of their taxes just to fund the healthcare. Many of them will argue, no, it's free. Then I say, you haven't been looking at your pay stubs. Take a look at your pay stubs. Is it really free? No, I think you have a bulk of people paying for it, and you got a bunch of freeloaders who don't. And the freeloaders are bragging it's free. I'm not saying everybody who needs help is a freeloader, but more and more people every year are deciding it's easier to receive than it is to work for what I want. Bitcoin Bo, thank you so much. You better get your chores done. We have a co-stream in 2 hours. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat. I will put that towards my boat fund. You have a great day. I'll see you in about 2 hours. Just give me a call. The Terminator. I am also an overtaxed taxpayer, 52%. Yeah, and I bet you if we all added it up, taxes don't just stop at the paycheck. Once we receive those monies, once it's deposited into the bank, we continue to pay taxes on it. Everything from buying products in the stores, taxes on every freaking utility bill that we own, that we have, whether it be electric, water, cable, sanitation, sewer, all taxed. It doesn't stop. The taxes don't stop at the paycheck. Every little license that you need. What is a license, folks? You need to put an add-on to your house. You want to put a room onto your house. You need to go to your local government and get permission. That's what a license is. You need to get permission from us. But it's my house. For your safety, you need to get permission for us. That's how it works. It's all a vampire system to suck wealth from the people. And that's why I always urge people to watch that video. I'll repeat myself because it is worth repeating. The Secret of Oz. It's here on YouTube. You can watch the full hour and 45 minutes of it. An excellent video. And if you can watch it, you will have a better understanding why you're stacking silver. You will have a better understanding why you prep for food and guns. Anyway, folks, I am going to call it a day. I'm going to do a live co-stream with Bitcoin Bo in about 2 hours. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. I'm going to do one shameless plug for my YouTube channel, if you don't mind. Many of you folks know I don't advertise too much. If you think I'm doing an okay job, in all my video descriptions, just pick any video you like in my video library. In each video description, it's going to have about 4 options to support this channel. Even if you don't want to support the channel, take a look at those options. If you feel that you want to, go ahead and support the channel. I think there is my mailing address, there's a PayPal link, and there's a couple of cryptocurrency wallets. Anyway, folks, you have a great day. I'm going to get out. I'm going to run to the gym. I need to start working out again. I just need to start working out again. I'm not going to, I'm getting bruised and everything from these new meds. I'm not going out without a fight. I am not going out without a fight. I enjoy working out. It's a good stress relief. And from what I understand, the doctor said that's the only reason I survived the 3 minor heart attacks. The middle artery was 99.9% blocked. They could not believe I walked into the hospital. They could not believe how I survived. And the only theory is because I took care of myself all these years. Their only theory is because I worked out. A lot of people don't believe it when I tell them I am 56 years old. And I just truly believe everybody needs to take care of themselves for the day they do get sick. You will get over your illness. You will survive longer than the people who just ate bonbons all their lives. All clueless, only guessing in the house. I was ending the video. I still am. But I want to let people know who are just tuning in right now. In about 2 hours, I'm going to have a co-live stream with Bitcoin Bo. It'll be approximately 12 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock here. It'll be approximately 2 hours from now. So I hope to see you all there. You folks have a great day, okay? Take care of yourselves and give me a thumbs up, would you please? I really would appreciate it.